Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So this is my first voiceover video. I honestly was not into doing them because I just felt like, oh my god, I don't know what I wanted to say. But maybe I'm just gonna use it to yap, honestly. So I actually did have an original channel in 2020 where I did do one video where I was voiceover, and I was mainly talking about the builds and all that, and some upcoming news with The Sims. So I mean, I can do that now. It's 20-minute video, so we shall see how that goes. But yeah, so this one I just wanted to try out doing a residential multi-purpose lot with a cafe underneath. So I'm really not somebody who likes to build commercial lots in The Sims. If I need something for gameplay, I'm going to the gallery. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going to the gallery. I'm not building something just because I just feel like it's uncharted territory for me. I'm just so used to doing what makes sense to me, which is you know, bedrooms, living room, open plan, closed plan. I'm very open to all that. I love trying out new sorts of floor plans, but it's usually aimed at residential. And whenever I try to do a commercial lot, it just becomes so they all look the same to me. For me, they all look the same. So I remember making one back when I first got Get to Work. I made a restaurant. I think that's the Get to Work back, and it was just a square. It was modern, of course. So square and modern, they always go together. And it was just very boring. Not something I would have uploaded. And then when I did another one, I was kind of just using a video offline to make mine. So I was using their version because I couldn't download their version. So I was just using theirs as a guide. Well, I was fully making theirs, but not in the way I was uploading it. I never uploaded it. I just used it for my gameplay. So I was this is actually the perfect timing with the new pack coming out. This is the best time to try this out with making a commercial lot and a residential. And I found something loosely. It's not. Although I had an idea of what I wanted to build, sometimes I do consult a little Google to see a floor plan. I couldn't find anything exactly what I wanted. I did find this one building that was rundown / modern, square, a lot of blocks, no proper roofing, and then it was covered by trees, and that's what I wanted. That was the vibe I wanted. That was the vibe. Yeah, so that was the vibe I wanted. And so I was that was first step of what I tried to do, and I used the lot in the San Francisco inspired world. But I ended up, you'll see later, I ended up changing it to Windenburg. Windenburg is always my go-to because I love how many lots there are. I love the way the world looks. I just love everything like that. Although this obviously does not really necessarily fit into the world, it does more fit into that modern area of the world. But I did use it more in the less modern area of the world, but not where the countryside. But I don't know. You'll see, I guess. But it was such beautiful views. I love dark things. I love when things look like it's cloudy. I love when things are browns, dark colors, and you'll see that by my interior decorating and my exterior decorating. Very dark, very moody, very browns. I love it. I don't love mid-century modern. I don't love the 70s vibes, but I do at the same time. Well, it's I don't like that when it's futuristic, that futuristic look. I like when it's that browns, paneling. I love that. Honestly, I'm bringing that back. I remember my childhood home, we had paneling on the walls most of my childhood. So maybe high school, we took off the paneling. And I don't know, it was giving dated, but for me, I loved it. wouldn't mind going back to it. I think if I were to make a home, I would honestly go for like a modern paneling, because I honestly put it in most of my builds. So I also love to do anything overgrown. So like I'm trying to kind of incorporate grassiness into it, because I think greens and browns, I think earthy is like what I was going for. Like I want it to feel like when you're inside, you're still outside at the same time. And you kind of see that, especially with the outdoor dining, and it extends beyond like the covered outdoor dining to like fully on the floor, like on the concrete outdoorness. Like I can imagine coming here and like, although it's a cafe, like I was kind of giving more restaurant vibes. I don't know how that's gonna work with the new pack, because like restaurants are their own entity, and like owning them is like a whole different thing. So I was just sticking more to cafe, and I used the cafe parameters to formulate my builds. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so I was using a lot of the I'm really bad with names of packs, but I was using one of the kits, because I don't do commercial lots. But when I saw this kit, I was like, I have to get it. Like I know I don't do commercial lots, but I love, like, I think it's like bistro. I love like a French whatever. Like it was really giving everything I wanted. So I was like, I gotta get the pack, even though I don't necessarily build these types of lots. So let me get into the builds. So I realized I didn't have a bathroom for the base. Oh yeah, so I changed it. See, this is the new lot. But yeah, I noticed I didn't have a bathroom. I was like, let me find a way. But I was like, I love the idea of like it being this being like a renovated thing, where like it's like, oh, go through here to get into the bathroom, go through here, and here's a storage closet, but turn left to get into the bathroom. It's like a single person bathroom, where it's like very, I don't know. Oh, I think that's what I was talking about. This is very raw. This is a very raw voiceover. It's literally like 11 p.m. So I hope people enjoy that. My few viewers I have. But I also have like attention deficit, so I'm gonna go on a rant about something else. Like my family and friends, they were like, you should do more like voiceovers, because like no one wants to watch like just music and builds, which can be true. However, like when I was starting out, like watching people do builds, like getting into like the architecture side of Sims 4, I definitely was watching videos that were just just music. So I'm just like, you guys don't know. But yeah, I understand. I just was like not ready to like using like voiceover and stuff like that. So, but let me see with this. I've been talking and I'm worried like it's not properly recording. So hopefully it is. Anyway, so you see here's where a lot of the browns come in, where it feels very earthy. I loved having that sign popping out of the grassy wall. I did change the roofing. I didn't show that, but I did change the roofing from it being more of the patterned look to like a more less patterned, but obviously still in that brown like texture. Like I still wanted it to be very textured. There's a lot of different floorings in this build, like from the residential area to even to the cafe. Like there's a lot of different floorings, because I wanted it just to be like a nice transition between places or where you're going and stuff like that. Like I can just imagine like hearing like the footsteps of the people like walking around. Like it's like from the tile to the wood to the concrete. Like I'm very much into like those audio sounds, like ASMR sounding of like gravel and da-da-da. So that's also why I like to keep in like the sounds of me moving around, the objects and all that stuff. I really love that part of The Sims. That's why I don't play with the music on. So I like to hear me building. But yeah, so I have a habit of like using a lot of the eco lifestyle, like um, wall decor, such as those like the slats and like that um, plant wall. I think for gameplay wise, I don't really care for eco lifestyle. Although I do like to make my neighborhoods more of like that industrial vibe, or like the smog or whatever. It's realistic, but I'm not really into the gameplay. But I do love the builds. Like I think I used it a lot in here, like with those windows. And you'll see like later how I kind of incorporated um, the bump out of the window to kind of fit in with the living room. Um, with like I tried to try something a little new for me, although I do love to do this sort of thing a lot with the windows that have sort of a ledge. But anyway, you'll see. But yes, I just love using the eco lifestyle builds. And actually, speaking of my first video where I was using voiceover, that was right when that pack was coming out. So it was 2020. Right when that pack was coming out, and everyone was like, "Is it like gentrification or something?" But yeah, now it's one of the packs that honestly people don't really talk about. But the way that this game has so many packs now, it's crazy. I did not buy the first pack. First expansion pack. I haven't. This is the one expansion pack I didn't buy, which was the Life and Death. A lot of people start off this way when they're like simmers. But I don't like playing with like the death portion. I mean, when I was playing Sims 2 back when I was younger, like I had no choice. Like somebody gets electrocuted, that's part of their storyline. Moving on. Like I would try to save before anything crazy happens, or like a new baby was born, so I could change the hair color or something like that. But like it was such a spontaneous game that I was okay with whatever happens. But in this game, I don't know what. I'm just so in control of everything. I don't. Apparently, this is a minority, but I do not play with free will either. Like, I'm sorry, you guys do not have any free will in my world. Like, I do. I find that to be so annoying. Like, I hate when they're a little hungry, so then they go and make like they start grilling like 3,000 burgers. I'm like, every time I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a little bit something because I don't want to play with like the dad. I don't really care about playing with the dad. I give him his free will, and there he goes doing jumping jacks, working out for like 5 hours and not taking care of anything of his life. So I'm like, you know what? I'd rather you just like me forget about you. You stand in the corner for like 5 minutes until it's time to eat. Yeah, so that's my way of playing. But like I've been mainly into building. That's why I was like, let me start this channel because I've been thinking about it. I got a new computer that actually can record well from like my Mac to a new like an actual PC. Even though I didn't make a mistake I didn't notice it was happening. Luckily, it did record the full like screen of like the game, but it is cropped, which I'm so mad about. But I'm so happy that it wasn't anything worse than that, and it's like it's pretty clear, nothing crazy. But yeah. So anyway, back to the build. I do have a habit of like, and I've always done this even before like I was like a serious builder. Even though I built in The Sims 2 as well, but I just love like monochrome. Like I think that's the word for like everything being one color. I stick to a color too much, or like a theme, like brown, brown, brown. Like okay, girl. So I was like, let me try to put the blue jacket instead. So I can add a little bit of design, like a little bit of difference in texture, but there's green, a little bit of blue, mainly brown. But this is my favorite part. And like, yeah, we all love adding our little fairy lights, but sorry, they do something to a build. Like they do something to a space, they do something to a build in both real life and games. But I don't have it because I did it when I was off like recording, but I have like a fire pit back there. I even like made a little area for like busking performers, like in the patio, the covered patio part. And I have like what I do put the games table in this recording, so we'll see that. Um, but it's truly like such a space that I would honestly love to go to. I can see it in like many different cities, and like I can definitely see a bunch of people wanting to congregate here, have this place be their third place or third space, I think is the word. But it just seems like such an exciting place. And then imagine like owning it, going upstairs, like getting through your like your day, and then being able to open it up and have all the people from the neighborhood come around. Like how fun! I would love to make this in real life, although I'm not an architect or an engineer. But well, hopefully, maybe interior designer at some point. We shall see. This part is also really fun. I wanted to make it seem like a place where you can like take a book, leave a book, or something like that. So I added like a little. I did it off camera because I could not find it for the life of me. I could not find it while I was recording until I was like I came back to it after uploading it already, and I found the library card that I was looking for. I think it's like I don't know what pack it is, I thought it was in um, the high school years back, but I don't know if it is. But yeah, so I put it right beside the coffee maker, the coffee stand in the cafe, so it can be sort of like so take a book, leave a book. And I thought that was like so nice, like especially like this place being like what I want it to be, like a third place where you just come and sit. I put like on one of the tables a little notebook, like somebody was sitting there writing stuff. And I felt like that perfectly like put a bow on it, like having the books. And although I have like some books on like a little stand, like the ones that come in debug, I'm like, I don't know if it would be like something you pay for. Maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe like some authors like to present their books here, like do some readings here, and they'll sell them. People get coffee. I don't know, but for me, doing this for the first time in like 5 years, like making a commercial build, I was very excited about it. Oh, I love this little area too. So this is where I end up putting the fire pit. I do remove those that chest table because I already have 3 chest tables on this lot. If I kept that one underneath that gazebo thing, so I removed that, and then I put the fire pit with the wooden chairs, like the wood cutout wood. I think it was the cutout wood chairs. It felt a little out of place because those wood chairs I meant for like the woods, but I was like, no, this feels more cozy. I could just imagine them being like fake, like but actually cozy, but like made for like outdoor stuff like that. So I would love like they come in there in the fall or something like that, and being able to cozy up. Such a vibe. Sorry, I'm just like imagining so much. The funny thing is, I put this outside of my like main gameplay like save file, so I probably won't ever play in this because I'm such a stickler. I already have like everything sort of planned out, but maybe, I don't know. That's why I put it on a lot that I don't currently use in any of my gameplay, so I can like I guess use it, because in the beginning it was on that one lot that's in the San Francisco inspired place, and I already downloaded like somebody's restaurant. Very nice restaurant. I don't know. I was gonna say like what it might be named, but I don't remember. I downloaded it such a long time ago. But like adding these outdoor lights, I don't know. a lot of the times I want to upload these pictures or upload these builds onto like the gallery, whatever, with nighttime lighting. People like I don't think people like when it's like nighttime lighting, but like you see the vibes. Like imagine you're in Paris and you stumble across this like after like a long day where you're like me, like, and it's like dark out and the lights are shining. Like, come on, such a vibe. Love it, love it. Every time I make a build, I go, this is my favorite build. Currently, this is my favorite build. I did, right before this, I made like a modernized Victorian using like some inspiration from like a YouTube video. I love that one. I didn't furnish it. It was for like a family, but I didn't furnish it. I might upload that one. I do love the one I made from those builds because that one was like fully fresh from my mind, using something from like I made in the past. I love that one too. But no, this one's really a I'm not the biggest fan of the interior. I tried, not necessarily something new, like I do love like our colors, but I tried to also like add slightly different colors than I would normally use. I don't know, I'm kind of lying because I definitely use these colors a lot. But yeah, this is what I was talking about by like using the ledge as sort of like console table for the TV. But that'd be really fun, very resourceful. Probably not great for like wanting to close your blinds because it'll probably have to bunch up behind the TV. But in The Sims, you never close your blinds. I really don't care to do that. Also, the view from like sitting in that area is like amazing. So why would you ever want to close the blinds? Exactly. But usually I like to clutter a lot. Like I made a motel recently and that place is a mess and I love it. And I love to clutter, but I really kind of wanted this one to be not too much because downstairs has a lot more vibrancy in there, a lot more things going on. So I was like, maybe this is the place where this person gets to sort of like relax a little bit with all of from all the noise and all that. Although that black splash, I've been wanting to use it a lot more in my builds. It's just such a extreme pattern. So I'm like, and the pattern doesn't have many swatches. So the patterns feel so extreme, and I don't know what colors it would be best with. So like I change it so much. Honestly, I don't even think I kept it like that, and I think I should have. I can't remember. I hope I keep it like that blue pattern because I think that's the best look at the moment. I might change it, which is unfortunate because I don't know if I like the end compared to this one. But either way, yeah, it's really hard to use. I really want to use it somehow. I've been trying to use it in a bunch of different builds. Hasn't come out the way I wanted it to. So this one is the closest. I think I'm okay with it if I don't change the color. And I love from the Love Struck this that door that can be used as a shower door. Super fun. I do love making those types of showers because I feel like the ones that we have that are like that, like the walk-ins, are either like, you know, the freestanding ones, which you can have without the door, but I've been making them without the door. I've been making them with like a wall. But it's like nice to have like an actual room designated for it. Or like you can use a bunch of other stuff, but like or like the tub shower, like that one, especially in like a modern that tub shower, the base game one, not from modern, but when they added that one from Growing Together, that one was like amazing. Do love that one. That one has the best patterns and like swatches. I love these brick tiles from the new base game update. Such a nice brick. At first I don't really love the initial swatch because I hate the white with the black grout. It makes me feel super cringe for some reason. I don't know why. My body's just like, ew. I think because like black grout makes me think it's dirty, and it just also kind of looks fake, very obviously fake. Obviously, it's fake, but like very obviously fake. So I don't love it. And I was gonna mention, I do have a problem with using the first swatch in a lot of my builds. Like I have to remind myself to go back and use a different swatch because I'm always forgetting that I keep using the initial swatch. I've missed out on so many different like colors or like some like rugs have different whole different styles underneath the swatches, which I think is a big mistake sometimes because it's like, come on. But it also makes it fun because, it kind of, if you're unaware of it one day and then all of a sudden you know this thing and it becomes your favorite thing now. Like that one, I think it's high school years rug that has like the egg thing. Like if you keep going, it has like this really nice pattern rug with like tassels. And I found that I was very excited. Watching a lot of YouTubers too helps you get a lot of like inspiration. I'm always watching new YouTubers or different YouTubers just to see what type of things they do or what type of swatches they find or whatever. It's very nice. Like I think I recently started watching like Connie and I forget the second person's name. But I remember they did a thing with the fireplace, which I think I've seen before. Because I think I saw like James Turner do it or something like that. But when it's like the fireplace is like in two different rooms and you just use like the it's in one of my builds, but you make a wall like a whole room and then put that that table fireplace in the center and then you put the two windows. I love that. It was such a cool thing to see and I was like, okay, I will be using that for my mid-century stuff or just in general. And I did use it in my Lil Simsy challenge build. That is the most recent one. That one is like that has two parts because that was such a long build. This one was luckily really short. Honestly, could have made it even shorter because I was being distracted while I was making this build by family members. So, but it definitely could have been shorter. But anyway, see, we're already nearing the end. We got like a few minutes left, like 2 minutes left on this. But I think at this point I was getting a little tired. Because yeah, this bedroom has not a lot going on in it, and I'm not used to doing it like that. Although it's not necessarily small, but because there's like the door and then like the bathroom door, the balcony door, all that, I didn't want it to be like unplayable. So I didn't want to make any issues with getting onto like, the bed and all that. But yeah, I do add a little bit of like, clutter things. I don't think I have it in the video. Then I do some balcony stuff, and I did in the kitchen add some more things to use. Like I put a coffee maker next to the microwave, and I made the coffee maker use that trick where you put it on the island counter, so you can make it more realistic instead of it being like, I hate putting too many appliances on in the kitchen because they're like they have to be a specific area of the counter and I don't like it. So I did that one trick. So hopefully you know about it. I was sad that I didn't record it because I was like, I would love to show people that.
jobby. Boule.